Hi guys, welcome to Football Brownie. Now this is a very different video to what I normally post. So I don't really know where I'm going to start. Forget about the intro and everything. Let's just get into it, yeah? Okay, for many years I thought that I had a good friend called Steve D. All fairness, he was always there when I needed him and even offered me lots of advice. At the time, others told me keep well away from him. However, I was at the mindset that if I followed people's advice about others, then the chances are I'd probably never have any friends at all. So therefore, throughout my life, I've had a mindset that if people are fine with me, I'm fine with them. However, if they fuck me over, then that's done. Now, over the years, for a number of reasons, Steve has developed an alcohol problem. That issue, again, over a number of years, have got him into many situations with many different people. Many of them wouldn't even harm a fly. About 12 months ago, I introduced him to football YouTube, and within a short space of time, he really liked the platform and quickly set up his own YouTube channel. Now, Steve has a tendency of always acting before thinking, mostly down to his drinking habits. He wouldn't, when he's had a few, he wouldn't realise where the line of acceptance is and where the line is drawn, crossing the line, which would offend people. Now, when he crossed the line, many never forgive him again for his actions. However, unlike myself, knowing the reason or reasons behind his heavy drinking, my habit was I would always forgive him. In recent times, he even officially employed me on 2 separate occasions because he helped me get the government paperwork fast-tracked and helped me settle in Spain far quicker than it would any other normal person. Yet those both working relationship quickly ended when he didn't pay me. I actually still have evidence that he was actually paid by at least one company involved, but yet failed to pass on monies to myself, who was his worker at the time. Yet even after those 2 occasions, I still forgive him, like the mug I am, and continue to speak to him on a regular basis. Now let's go back to his YouTube channel. About 6 months ago, Steve, during one of those drunken moments, wanted a cheap laugh at my expense. And during a live YouTube show, he rang up a company client of mine, spoke to the manager, and claimed that I sold drugs from their building. That then company client didn't even give me a right to reply, and the works contract was ended, and as a result losing me around about 25,000. Now normally after pulling a stunt like that, he'd ring me up the following day and apologise when he's sober. And you know what? Had he had done that at that time, I still probably would have accepted the apology. However, on this occasion he didn't, and the start of a fallout between ourselves happened in a big way. Within a short space of time, using his online rag called Global 247, which, by the way, is just him using his one hand to type. I'm not going to assume where the other hand is. Using that rag, he created an online bullying campaign, not just against myself, but against my elderly mum, and more recently, against my ex-wife. Now, recently, after doing some digging myself, I've realised that Mr. D hasn't been as honest and trustworthy as one may think. And whilst for months claiming that any donations or membership subscriptions to his YouTube channel would go to a chosen charity on a monthly basis, the police, yes, the police, as the bullying against me and my mum got so bad, they had to get involved. They couldn't find any evidence that that chosen charity received those funds in which Mr. Day had promised. And they still didn't investigate any further. And why? Because they claimed that because the address on their website was a dodgy address in Spain, that they couldn't take any criminal action against him. I know, unbelievable, isn't it? Unbelievable. So they've opened the way for this method of nasty, vindictive communication platform of his called Global 247 to continue with this kind of level of bullying. He's recently tried to discredit me and my YouTube channel, which I've taken 18 months to create. So Steve, enough is enough. During the period of this bullying, people have suggested to me that a Brownie Daya charity boxing match, yes, charity, which the charity will have the funds, by the way, was to take place. At first, I'll be honest with you, at first I thought it was a really cringeworthy idea to YouTubers having a boxing match. But now I've realised that it's actually a legal way for me to give you the beating which you absolutely deserve. Because you know what? I've had enough of you gobbing off. I've had enough of you gobbing off and hiding behind the fact that you're living in your bulldog's grotty flat somewhere in Yeovil because you were basically scared of people knowing where you actually live. So this is a challenge to you, Mr. D, Global 247 News, gobbing off, blah blah blah. Come on, let's get it on. Because I think I talk for many people in the South Wales area that you deserve to get beaten the fuck out of with your actions over the years. Okay, thank you.